We have the Radiant and a Bat Rider with a sick Plague Doctor skin. And running from Roche, we have the Dire. We have an intro. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, to an ability draft with me. Casting, but not playing. And that gentleman over there, Stargate.
Hello there.
He's also casting, but did not play this one. Today we are casting a game that our two friends, Mr. Bitch and Smog Island, played. And, yeah, I saw some silly things in the post game, so I thought I'd give this one a cast. I will not spoil what happens at the beginning of the game. I'm gonna try to do that less, because I always do that.
So, okay, so we got...
Some people
some
might like a
things.
story arc. Looks like Wraith King has a really cool cape and is going for the top river rune. Bottom forest rune has two peeps hanging out on it. Bottom forest room uncontested. Oh, there's a little bit of a skirmish going on in the Radiant Triangle. That Pangolier and Sven want to make space for the rune pickup, and they did an excellent job at it. Unfortunately, they were about 15 seconds too early.
Yep.
And now Bat Rider with the nice AoE stun is going to fire it off too early, get frostbitten, and not get the rune.
Yep.
We'll go to Mr. Bitch. Sven picks up the top forest rune. Looks like Crystal Maiden on the Radiant got one of the bottom runes.
Oh, and they're laning together too. That's cool.
Lion got one of them. So, some runes grabbed. Nobody died. Let's introduce the lanes. And yeah, let's start at top. We've got Pangolier. That is Mr. Bitch. Shout out to Mr. Bitch and Smog Island for playing this game, so I have something to cast today. And right away, I will say I see a support. That's a stun, that's a mana drain, that's a slow, that's a track. It's a good support build. And I see, dare I say it, a Radiance tank.
Yep.
Life drain, armor and move speed, reincarnate, some life steal, so he does want damage. Oh, he almost gets the Brood Mother with that life drain.
Yeah, that's Stormhammer saved him.
This is a good lane setup these two have going on. Gotta love seeing a P3 Radiance build and a good old-fashioned support. Unfortunately, they're in safe lane position, which I would argue these guys maybe should be off lane with this setup, but that's fine. Across from them, we have Broodmother and Bat Rider. As you mentioned, Bat Rider has Stormhammer, he's got Silence, Firefly for some mobility, and Flaming Lasso.
I like it.
Looks like another excellent support build. I actually love this because you can Stormhammer in, grab people with Flaming Lasso, and then have Firefly going.
Yeah, and get out with it.
Drag them out of position. This is a very cool build. Lots can go wrong with that plan, unfortunately. As long as there are not too many people around, it can be a good plan, but if you get caught after you go in with the Stormhammer on a squishy little Bat Rider, you might get exploded, so...
You know what helps with that idea, though? Is the 6-second silence that he has.
Yeah, that could certainly help. It's a fun build, if nothing else. And it certainly has the potential to really mix up fights. I think it's like an inferior version of just like having swap and blink or something. But it's still pretty cool. Speaking of builds that are inferior but kind of cool, check out this Broodmother. We've got Bounty Hunter with Finger instead of Track on a very mediocre agility right clicker body, melee range body.
One of the worst.
Yeah.
Bodies.
Extremely mediocre. So, I mean, Janata Shuriken Toss and Ags is a good Ags pairing. And Shadow Walk allows this guy to show up out of nowhere and get 2 pretty hard hits in with Janata and Shuriken Toss and then blow off a finger.
Would be good.
It could be good and get some kills sometimes. I don't see it doing anything other than that.
I feel like it's a Nyx style of play.
Yeah? Yeah.
You blow somebody up and then you go back to base.
Yep, exactly. It would need a ton of mana regen to stay in play between fingers, especially with the like lower cooldown and the ags and the what does it go up to, like 600 mana cost? Yeah. Yeah. Spider's not going to be able to do that more than once or twice.
Yep.
He can
He does
farm.
the damage too.
He can farm with Janata. It could get pretty good in Snowbally, but it also just has some serious potential to like get a little bit behind and then not have the damage to get kills and then just be a total do-nothing build.
Reds is wrong too.
Yeah, Treads is not the buy. What would you go for boots on this?
I like phase boots. I like that idea. It gives you the damage.
Gives you some bonus damage. Yeah, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at mid, where we have Death Prophet on the Dire.
Why isn't Drow mid?
Drow is their P3 safe lane carry. It's fine. Don't worry about lanes. As long as Drow's in a core position getting farm, it's fine. Hey, Bat just got first blood. Wait, did he? Why does my screen say that? I've got Bat first blood on my screen, but nobody's died yet. How interesting. All right. We've got a buggy replay. So.
I do not have Bat as dead, but.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Now it says
Weird.
Bat got first blood on my screen twice. Fascinating. It is a buggy replay. I expect that was a tower dive by the Pango, considering that they're both low and where the fight is right now. All right, so Death Prophet has Frostbite into Light Strike Array, which is excellent for stunning people for a long time, and Webs, which is nice for getting in position for that first Frostbite. And then Exorcism. And if you're stunned for a long time under Exorcism, you're going to die. This build is terrifying. So solid.
Can I just question, though, the leveling progress?
What do you got? Oh, 1, 1, and 3 into Webs. What do you get for leveling up Webs? Movement speed, max number of webs, and max charges.
And health regen.
I mean, I don't hate it. Do you get scaled health regen? Oh yeah, health regen goes up to 11? Yeah, that's fine.
I would argue that, you know, the way to save your health in a mid lane is to make them dead.
I think she's going to be perfectly capable of doing that with the value points and the stuns and Exorcism. Like, she gets all the damage in the world from Exorcism as soon as she hits 6. So, going with just value points and the stuns makes sense on a build like this. Across mid, we have a swashbuckling, mortal striking, frost arrow shooting Wraith King with God Strength. I mean, it's 4 right-click abilities. I don't know. I don't really have anything bad to say about this build. I actually love this build. Some of the synergies are like not quite as good as they could be, but it still seems really solid to me.
And he picks up a mana boots, the arcane boots.
Yeah, mana boots is fine. It is definitely a little bit mana greedy because he just wants to be constantly spamming swashbuckle. And a swashbuckle with stacked frost arrows eats an extra like 50 mana. Also, he can go range melee with this by mouse over hitting frost arrows on things.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
if
how
he's
often do you
going
see people
to.
doing that?
Not very often. I seriously don't know if people understand how that works. But this is like a beautiful build for it. I really want to see Maelstrom and Monkey King Bar on this. And
For sure.
watch him be a killer range melee, because this is one of the best builds I've ever seen for it. The Mortal Strike from range from a melee hero will absolutely catch people out and do a ton of damage with a build like this. And then
Especially with
like
the God Strength on top of it. Lord.
yeah, and then specifically Frost Arrow as your range melee effect is so good because Drow's range is quite long, and it has the slow. If you get the shard, it has the hypothermia. Like, you get bonus damage out of most range melee effects, but having slow on it instead is actually, or as well, in fact, is really powerful. I noticed Death Prophet is not getting the mana together to use Exorcism. Kind of just spamming her stuns. She's had it for a while. I don't know why we haven't seen it yet. I feel like she could get the kill at any point. Anyway, let's check out bottom lane, where Morphling just died. We'll have to look at Morphling in a moment. Crystal Maiden is kind of a bad Crystal Maiden. She's got Adaptive Strength, Agility, instead of Frostbite, and she's got Laguna Blade instead of Freezing Fields. This is terrible. This is absolutely taking a hero and making them worse. That said, it's
I
still
like Laguna Blade.
it's still like a has mana support in lane with just Crystal Nova and Arcane Aura.
Yeah, she's definitely aggroing them or
But I really
bullying them out of lane.
yeah, I don't feel like this has the same late game potential that she does with Freezing Field. Speaking of Freezing Field, if you get Lucky Shot and Freezing Field, holy crap, is that extra scary. Also Napalm, you know, just in case your Freezing Field doesn't do enough damage in the first place.
Wow, I didn't even think of that.
I have mixed feelings about this Morphling build. On the one hand, his Freezing Fields are gonna be terrifying. On the other hand, that's all this build does. Because stacking Napalm for right clicks in waveform is... eh. What's your question?
With the shard, okay? Can you waveform and keep the freezing field going?
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
absolutely.
Oh my god.
Which is good. But like you can already turn on Freezing Field and then like use your Blink Dagger with the shard. It's like it's a Freezing Field with a built-in blink. It's not bad. And it's an extra scary Freezing Field with a built-in blink. So
And
like
it's a better blink because the blink makes you invulnerable for a couple seconds.
yeah, and it does damage when you get there and potentially disarms with Lucky Shot. Like his one trick is quite scary, but this is such a one-trick pony build.
Yeah, I would go with mana reduction.
Oh, looks like Death Prophet
not
finally
mana
popped her
reduction,
ult, and the Wraith King does go down mid.
Nice.
Oh, cool spirits. The color scheme on those.
They're pretty.
Right, let's look across the river bottom. We've got a lion. Lion
With Macapire.
has Macropire and Hex and Wraithfire Blast and Gust. Oh, I believe
That was a fail.
Morphling just got stunned out of his amazing ult.
That was a fail.
Yep,
Bad.
yep, that's real bad. If that doesn't get him kills, he does absolutely nothing this game. Anyways, Lion's build is amazing. That's another just like fully dedicated support build on this team. And it is fantastical and quite helpful to have on a team. I especially love Hex on Lion, specifically for the AoE Hex. It's like pretty much Black Hole.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then,
AoE Hex and Macropire. Oof.
last, certainly not least, you might be able to see already that her hands are on fire. We have a Drow with Fiery Soul and Marksmanship. Currently level 7. Using Crypt Swarm to keep to keep Fiery Soul stacked. I was wrong. We mentioned during the draft that Marksmanship procs might keep Fiery Soul up, and they do not. We'll have to see if Ags does keep it up. Check out this starting build. Agi boots and 4 Wraith bands for a whopping 90 agility at like 10 minutes and 20 armor and just massive damage. Oh, and she's just a total machine gun.
You know what I noticed her doing, which I kind of like? Is she pulled the small camp and then pulled the large camp, and she crypt swarmed all of it.
Yep, and got herself that nice 7 stacks for the duration. Yeah,
Yeah,
very solid.
I wouldn't have thought to do that. I don't think.
Yeah, I like it. Looks like she's going into more agility. I don't see an item queued up, so I'm not sure what she's doing with this Blade of Alacrity.
I hope she's going for ag.
Yeah, I'm pretty much never not ags on marksmanship builds. She does have bonuses with Shard, which is the improved duration, which results in
Oh, I see.
scaling increased damage when she turns on Insatiable Hunger, and then it also
Oh my God.
makes her Crypt Swarm do more damage with Fiery Soul stacks.
So fast.
Yeah, Fiery Soul is monstrous. Fiery Soul marksmanship is completely obscene. I cannot believe she got this build. She was the only range agility hero other than Morphling, and he passed on marksmanship, so she picked up Fiery Soul. And then later came back for the marksmanship and got it. And this build is bonkers. Look at her just dismantling the T1.
And she
then
leaves it.
tanking the entire creep wave like it's nothing.
These are pretty good players.
Yeah, she just got the wave together before she used Crypt Swarm again to make sure she stayed at nice high stacks.
And she didn't attack the tower till it was fully down. And I've noticed this Death Prophet doing really well with last hitting too.
Yeah, lanes are introduced. Let's look at net worths, see where we're at. I'm going to venture a guess Drow's in the lead, but no. It is Death Prophet. Just, I believe Death Prophet has kills also. Yeah, Death Prophet's already 2-0. Smog Island, also 2-0, with a relic in hand. Looks like the 3 carries on the Dire side are fully dominating the net worth. Although that maybe almost just changed bottom. Morphling did the thing, and it worked. Let's back up like 30 seconds and watch that fight. Let's go to just before 15. I'm going to pause at 15 even. You at 15?
I'm at 15 now.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. So, looks like Drow decides to finish off the tower. Oh, nope, she's after the creep wave.
Yeah.
Eats a napalm, eats a slow.
Here it is.
The Laguna Blade onto the Lion triggers the start of the fight, along with Brood showing up. And Morphling's ult goes off without a hitch that time. And they both go down fast, so there are some seriously hard-hitting ults on Radiant this game. Speaking of hard-hitting ults, Death Prophet's picking up another kill mid.
Yep, ran him down like a bitch.
Yep, did finish leveling Frostbite at this point and is working on Light Striker right now.
You know, Morph is doing some interesting things. So he just got a shard. It's coming out to him right now. But now he's going for Aether Lens. I don't hate it.
Aether Lens for a longer range blink, I guess. This is a Rush BKB build for me. Death Prophet and Spider having a little tussle mid.
Little tussle.
Morphling shows up to help and gets stunned. Luckily he's not there to health. That would be embarrassing. Brood is invis and looking to do nasty things to Death Prophet, who takes the Morphling bait. Nice double stun. There's the Janata Shuriken ult trio, and that hits pretty hard now that he's got all 3 of those together. Double damage, goes invis again, and goes top. This Brood build...
Oh my god, look at those bounties!
This Brood build... What in the world? Oh my gosh. 5?
We might want to talk to our friends about
5 bounties right before 17 minutes is 100% going to be the short. Oh man, and Spider goes behind the tower, invis with double damage, looking for a pickoff. I don't know if he's going to get it from way over there. Also, Sven's a beefcake, and even if he goes down once, he won't stay down. Yeah, this was not the way to go, Mr. Spider. He's got...
Is it Radiance too already?
Oh yeah, his Radiance is done. Casual 17-minute Radiance on Sven seems good. Wraith King shows up to help the Brood, but everybody else shows up to help
That's gonna
Sven.
get caught. Oh,
Bat comes to the fight. Death Prophet ult goes down.
oh my god.
And
Death
with the
Prophet
webs,
with the
and the
webs.
multiple stuns,
And being
Death
able to go
Prophet can
uphill.
land all the disables. Oh man. Uh-oh, Brood gets dusted and caught by Pango. Nicely
What was he
done. Who was that? That was Mr. Bitch. Nicely done, Mr. Bitch. I think he was thinking I'm invisible so they can't see me and everything is fine. This is fine. It's fine. I'm not about to die. But then dust.
Correction.
False.
He died.
Dust. I love the wealth distribution this game. It is the 3 Dire carries, followed by the entire Radiant team, and then below the entire Radiant team, it's the 2 Dire supports. So good job, Dire supports, at not taking farm.
Our Death Prophet.
Bat is doing the mean thing to Death Prophet, who gets Laguna bladed under a T3 and explodes. Morphling tries to do things and gets stunned. What is Morphling going for? Is that Yasha and Kaya and then a Lincoln's? Where's the BKB, friend? Okay, guys, look, if you're gonna get Freezing Field, you need BKB. It's the thing you need. Don't pretend it's not the thing you need. You need a BKB.
Yeah, he keeps getting stunned and silenced and
I
dusted.
strongly dislike BKB, but there are a couple situations where I get the BKB. Like if you're Spirit Breaker, you get BKB. Because you need to not get stunned between landing Charge and landing Nether Strike. Like you just have to not get stunned there. And
Same thing with Enigma and Black Hole. You need
yeah,
the BKB.
Enigma with Black Hole, when you have a channel that's like super important to not see interrupted, those are the builds where you just have to get a BKB. Alright, looks like Spider and Bat are trying to do mean things to Sven, who at 20 minutes is still just happily farming safe lane with his Radiance.
And he has Reincarnate. Like, you have to have everybody in on that.
I'm not sure they know about the Reincarnate. Bat's lasso is on cooldown. Reincarnate is used. But now he's got friends. There's a Lion here. There's a Pango here. Lion goes in. The disables
the
are
the skeletons
real.
are just doing so much work.
The disables are real. Death Prophet shows up to lock it in. That is a 4 for nothing. Suddenly it's 11-18, and the Dire has an 8k gold lead. Yeah, they've been like a little bit ahead for the whole game, but that fight right there and the one before it really pretty much just put the nail in the coffin on this game. Like, they had a good start. Their wealth distribution is correct, and
Jesus.
like they're doing very well. I see wards in aggressive places also. That is always a struggle in Dota, is getting teammates that will place wards at all, and then getting them to place wards where they actually let you dominate the opponent's side of the map and not just put vision on your half of the map for safety.
Hey, I need to point out that I'm very disappointed in Drow's build.
In Drow's build? What's wrong with Drow's build? What in the world is Drow doing? Why does Drow have a Witchblade?
I don't know!
A Witchblade and a Hurricane Pike?
It's wrong!
What?
It's wrong. It's just wrong. I disagree.
I mean, a 25% slow is slowing.
Is wrong.
Yeah, no ags. Okay, so it provides a little bit of intel and projectile speed. Maybe it's for the projectile speed. Does that matter? Let's watch Drow attack and see what it looks like and if it matters. Drow jungles while the whole team thinks about diving a T2. Drow has 35 armor.
To get her stacks. That's what she was doing. Oh my god.
I've got to be honest.
Go up that fiery soul or
no, the projectile speed is definitely the dagger, and like the 25% slow isn't bad. I feel like Scatty is just like 1,000 times better. And how often does projectile speed matter? Also, why
Matter
isn't
because
Drow
it's
attacking
competitive.
the other team right now? There it is.
Yeah, you got it.
That's the killing spree on Drow.
Oh my god, I just also realized that sticky napalm triggers a lucky shot too.
Oh, fascinating.
So if they get attacked even while
Oh
they're
my god.
sticky.
Okay, I've got to be honest. That combination of attack speed and projectile speed is kind of terrifying. That is by far the most machine gun looking Drow I've ever seen. And I've definitely seen Drows with higher attack speed. But like, look at this. Pew 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 pew.
I guess.
That's pretty cool.
It,
I
it
think.
felt so wrong. I still feel the Hurricane Pike is wrong.
Yeah.
They-
You don't need to finish Hurricane Pike.
I would much rather have Ags.
I know people want to finish the Hurricane Pike so they can guarantee that enemy heroes stay out of range and marksmanship continues working. But like, oh my. There's so much crowd control on this team, and between Exorcism and Drow, they certainly have the damage. This is...
You just like commit one at a time, not realizing that they're gonna get stunned with everything. And then the next person, it's just the cooldowns are gonna come up.
Yep, stunned forever, one after the next. I mean, the solution is
go
clearly
all
like dive all together so the individual disables have to get spread out.
I mean, you get one, you know, somebody gets, you know, stunned a little bit, the other guy gets stunned a little bit, you know.
But it's
The
not
Earth
one
Spike is
person
the
just
scariest one.
chain stunned out of the game. Yeah, Earth Spike is a nice AoE.
And it gets most.
Death Prophet just has Bloodstone and won't die. That's hilarious. Just casually fighting over the wall with webs.
7-2 with a very high net worth right now.
Yeah, second place on net worth to Drow, who is a monster.
I feel
Morphling does things. Gets stunned out of his ult before it kills anything.
Because he doesn't have BKB.
Yeah, he goes down between the towers. Sven does, and pops right back up to finish off the Wraith King. Wraith King, you thought I was dead. Turns out I've been studying all your moves.
Yep.
And know how to resurrect and kill you myself
best.
now. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes.
I've got to say, Sven is going to be fine.
That's cute.
Yeah, between the power treads and the ogre axe and the bracer, he's got enough health that that cute Janata shuriken finger thing
There's nothing.
is not going to do it.
Oh, Drow finished the Revenant approach. Oh.
Is that the plan? What? Okay, now I'm really confused.
I like it. The True Strike with the magic damage.
Is that worth it? For 5 hits of True Strike? I'm so confused.
It's a lot of damage.
Doesn't it? No, it's just the Witchblade that scales off your int. So it is just a bunch of damage, and it's got some attack speed.
Yeah, I'm not hating it.
I
want Ags.
I'm hating it. I want Ags and Satanic on any marksmanship build so very badly.
She has Satanic.
Did I say Satanic? I meant Ags and Scatty.
Okay.
And yeah, she's got Insatiable Hunger, so she totally doesn't even need Satanic eventually.
Yeah. I think Insatiable Hunger has more lifesteal, in fact. Let me see that.
Well,
let me not state that on the record. Okay. 100%.
it doesn't have passive lifesteal, which Satanic does have, which is much lower. But Satanic's activated, I think, is double at 200.
It's 175.
Okay.
175 for 6 seconds.
Yeah, and then the basic is
And
like
it's
25.
a basic dispel. What?
Oh yeah, Satanic is the I win this fight now button.
Interesting.
This
It doesn't give. Wait. Does it give
this
bonus?
Death Prophet has put in so much work this game. They're just
I would say she's the
casually crushing.
Poncho.
Drow's farming nicely.
MVP.
And when the Death Prophet's there to lock down for Drow, the kills come quickly.
Well, when you get webs in your base, it's pretty easy.
Can be. Certainly can be. When there's webs just all over your base.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got webs completely covering.
Jesus, look at this Drow machine gun. 7 stacks of Fiery Soul and 200 agility for just being a completely ridiculous machine gun. What a build. And she's off to jungle?
Weird.
I don't
Is she not
understand.
realizing that the game is ending?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why she's not with her team like most of this
Oh,
game.
she's trying to get the butterfly.
Uh-oh. Death Prophet gets Stormhammer lassoed into the fountain for the second time, gets pulled forward and explodes.
He finally has an axe. It took him a long time, that rider.
And Drow finally has a big agility item in Butterfly, and Morphling goes down. Crystal Maiden goes down. Bat Shirley goes down. And I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I would say Wraith King goes down too. There it is. That's an ultra kill. Turns out agility is strong with marksmanship
And projectile
Fiery Soul.
speed. Jesus, I didn't even think of that. I learn things every day in this game.
I mean, maybe just having all the attack speed in the world, the Revenant
Look at her.
Brooch, adds like a lot of damage. But I don't feel like finishing the Revenant's Brooch did that much. Maybe.
Nor do I feel like finishing the Hurricane Pike did that much.
Yep. I think she could have been even scarier. Anyway, speaking of scary Drows, if you want to see me play Drow and be scary, there's a very low chance that I will do that because I only play ability draft. Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Come watch me stream. Also, support me on Patreon if you want to see the post-game analysis on the scoreboard or if you want to see the draft. Also, you're awesome. You're wonderful. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die. I will catch you in the next one.
Laters.
On to the post-game analysis.